Hey there. Okay, boy, I see there's a bunch of you on here already. Well, hey, Brewster. Hey, Deb, Tara, and Diane. Good to see y'all. Well, yeah, thanks for coming to the show. And uh, how'd you like that intro? Could you see the intro first off? Okay, good. Thanks, Deb. Yeah, I worked, like everyone knows, I'm not techie here. Uh, but I worked really hard on that intro, and oh, it's just music. There should have been video on it also. Pick photos. I hope you could have that you could see the photos also. um, oh, you couldn't see the photos. Apparently, okay, the logo. Okay, good. Well, that's what it was. It was the music and the logo, and that's it. It's it's an intro. Okay. All right. Whew. All right. Get that out of the way. All right. Let's get the housekeeping out of the way here. If anyone wants a decal, we have 4 left. They are $5 each, free shipping. Hey, how you doing? And also on Amazon, if you look in the description of the video, you'll see a couple links there. And one of the links is to the book, my book. And yes, that's Sinead behind me. Uh, you can purchase my book on Amazon, $14.99, free shipping if you have Amazon Prime. And enough of that. Just had to get the housekeeping out of the way. All right, I think uh, we wanted to talk a little bit about tree structures. Uh, well, first off, the first hour thereabouts will be a conversation about tree structures. And then the second half of the program will be a conversation with Jeff Yarrington. If you remember last week, Jeff came on and told us about, oh, Patty, you missed it. You missed it all. I'm sorry. You want to see it? All right, hold on a second before we get into things for Patty. And Patty, do you see? I'm wearing the headphones. And thank you so much, Patty, for the gift. Patty went on to my Amazon wish list and sent me a gift. And thank you. It's these new headphones. It has the little mouthpiece here because there were a few podcasts that I was on where they had trouble hearing me. And so, this clears up, any audio problems. And all right, let's see if I can play that background, that intro for you, Patty. Hold on a second. Let me get over there. All right. Enough of that. Hey. Hey, Bob. Do you prefer Bob or Robert? Okay, all right, the Amazon wish list. Let me see. I neglected to put the link below this video, but I can post it later. I can post it in the group. I can send it to you. I'll send it to you, Diane. Thank you. Yeah, let me see if it'll. Hold on. Oh, no, I can't do that. No, 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 no. No, no, cancel. Don't want to do that. Whew. Oh, Rob? Okay, thank you. All right. Enough of that. I'll send it to you, Diane, in Messenger. Okay, we wanted to talk about the tree structures. There was a conversation in a number of different groups about tree structures and how they how to determine what they were. There's a bit of controversy about it, and no wonder, as far as I know, there's very little people who have actually seen a Bigfoot making these tree structures. And if you know, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll take it. Patty, I'll have you know, I have a little 1 foot Bigfoot statue, and I have a 2 foot one that's broken, and I have a 3 foot one, and that's my Bigfoot family. They were out in the front yard, and back in 2014, yeah, I think it was 2014. I had one Bigfoot statue that was out in the front, and 2 for 1. Yeah. And over a Memorial Day weekend, we discovered that my Bigfoot statue was gone. Someone stole it. And I complained on the local Beaver County, Pennsylvania Facebook group. I was complaining about whoever stole it, return it. I was royally PO'd. And lo and behold, later that evening, I got a message from the Beaver County Times, the local newspaper. They wanted to interview me about my missing Bigfoot statue. Well, for the newspaper. So they did an interview, and that was that. What was it? Tuesday after the weekend. I was at work. I worked from home at that time. My office window looked out on the front, and I could see the driveway, traffic going by, and I see a vehicle pulling into my driveway with KDKA on the doors. And they pull up into the driveway, and here's, oh goodness, what was her name? Oh my. She was pretty big at KDK at the time, KDK News, television news. She and her cameraman walked up to the door, rang the doorbell and knocked, and I went to the door, and she asked if I was Mary Fabian, and she said, and I said yes, and she said, well, are you the one who has the missing Bigfoot statue? And I said, yes. And she said, we would like to interview you for the KDKA 7 p.m. news. And so I said, hold on a second. I'm working right now. Let me talk to my boss, see if I can take a quick break. And so, they came in, and I called my boss, and I explained it to her, and she laughed, and she said, you take all the time you need, Mary. I can't wait to watch this. So I logged out on my phone, and they interviewed me, asked me questions about the statue, what happened, why I had a Bigfoot statue, if I believed in Bigfoot, and so on and so forth. And it was something else. And they left. Took some photos, and they videoed the interview, of course. And 7 p.m. the news came on. Lo and behold, there I am. And then it turned out that the newspaper article was going viral. If you Googled my name and the word Yeti, and even now, I think one or two articles will come up, but it was worldwide. You type in my name and the word Yeti, missing Yeti, and it was all over the place. There was newspaper articles, across the world, across the United States, everywhere. It was on Reuters and the big newspaper wires. It was just plain nuts. And no, I never, my missing Bigfoot statue was never returned. I do not think it was a Bigfoot that stole it. I was thinking that it was graduation weekend, and most likely some kids, on a prank, picked it up and took off with it. And so my husband and I, we went to the local statuary place, and I spotted a couple Bigfoot statues there. And I asked the lady if I could get them for, I bargained, I gave her a lower price if I bought two. And she said, well, I don't know, they're pretty popular right now. And I said, why they're popular? And I said, "Yeah, they're popular right now because of me. I'm bringing all that business to you. There's a newspaper article, and I was on the news, and now everyone is going out to buy one of those statues." And she said, "Oh my God, really?" And I said, "Yes." So she gave me a good deal on the 1 foot and a 3 foot tall Bigfoot. But that's that. Okay, we got really, really off track here. Yeah, right. We've got them. Lou cemented them down on a 2 foot by 2 foot paver, and you would have to be a Bigfoot to lift it. Okay, now if you don't know what tree structures are, they are the tree bows, the X's that you see, or possible Bigfoot tree structures, that is. They're X's, they're the most popular ones, the bows where they're going down, uh, different configurations, teepees, um, sticks laying on the ground in a certain configuration. And as far as I know, there has been no one who has actually seen a Bigfoot making these structures. And as to why people think that it's Bigfoot, there's a few possibilities. Oh, and I forgot tree twists, where you'll find a tree limb or a sapling that is twisted. Yeah, that's my huge hand there. Where something has grabbed it, something with opposable thumbs has grabbed the tree and twisted, and it's a visible twist, and are broken down and snapped whenever there's no natural phenomenon to explain the break, like windstorm or tornado or weather or anything like that. And on the most part, and I've always said, 99% of these structures are natural, from natural causes. Wind, snow load to make the arches, all kinds of insect, tree rot, and so on. And another portion, another 5.5%, would be from humans making them for whatever reason, hunting blinds, Boy Scouts practicing. And all of that is true. And then there's a very small percentage that cannot be explained away from, you look at these and you study them, and that's what you have to do whenever you see what I said, the X structures. It's trees, full-grown trees in a huge X leaning against each other. And so you go up to them and you study it. Now, are the stumps nearby? Did they just break and one fell against the other? Or is there no visible stump? Was that tree snapped off and dragged to that area? Whenever you see that, then it's a matter of what did that, what possibly could do that. what would have the strength to do that. The tree twists, where a tree, a sapling, or a limb is literally twisted. That would be where, you could possibly explain it by wind, tornado. What do you call that? A microburst, possibly. And those are all possible explanations. But then again, if there's one, then there would, in a natural phenomenon, you would think that there would be more than one. uh, you know, but and one other explanation for the twist, and I got this information from a wildlife behaviorist. She specialized in predators. She explained to me that black bear can twist trees also. She said, if it's up to 4 inches in diameter, then it's possible that a black bear could have twisted the tree. Anything above that, it's okay. Again, what would have the strength? What would have the strength to do that? Now, let's see if I can. Okay. Share screen. Oh, I cannot do this. Oh, can I? Yes, here we go. Hi, guys. This is Mary, the Monkey Wench, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. I'm doing a follow-up video to go over how to debunk, I guess you would say, or determine structures if they are naturally formed, like from snow, load, wind, whatever, or by something else with opposable thumbs, whether that be human or non-human. Now, previously, I had shown a photo of this. I'd seen it from a distance, zoomed in, and called it possible because at that time I could not see how it was made. You see the X smaller limb and then a rather large tree. Obviously, both of them are old, dead, and as you see, there's a broken off trunk, and I don't know if you see where it broke off. So this larger tree broke. It was rotten and fell. The other one, okay, that was a video that I did a few years ago. I just wanted to give you a, for instance, on on seeing what I was talking about looking for the stump. Whenever you see something like that, go investigate. What caused it? What caused the tree bow? What caused the tree break? A lot of times, a tree bow, where it's usually a sapling that is curved down and the tip of the tree is possibly a falling tree pinned it down and is pinning down the top of the tree. That's okay, natural cause. If it's pinned down with no other explanation as to how it's being pinned down, what caused the pin to go in to hold down that tree bow, you have to investigate. Check it out. Get in there, get in the woods, and that's what being a Bigfooter is. You have to debunk. You have to get in there, look it over. You can't just say this X structure or this TP or this tree bow. They're all caused by Bigfoot, and they're all portals to another dimension. You have to get in there and investigate. And the answer of possibly Bigfoot should always be just about your last choice. Go over everything else. You have to be a scientist and you have to be a detective and check everything out. But that's what it is with being a Bigfooter. So tell me about, who all has seen these structures, and tell me what you've seen and what you've determined. Did you go in there and check it out? Did you investigate? Did you determine if it was natural or possibly Bigfoot? And I always say possibly. I won't, unless I actually saw a Bigfoot doing it, I will always say possibly. See, conversation stopped here. Can you guys still hear me? I hope so. Okay, okay. All right, and what did you see? Was it a tree break or an X structure or a bow, or what did you see? Oh, okay. All right, Rob. All right. And what did you possibly see? Okay, Jeff. Hope to see ya. Tara. Okay. Made to look like a deer blind. Okay. That's pretty popular. And I've seen that quite often. And whenever you see something like that where it looks like a blind, check it out. Go behind the blind, and look where it was looking. What do you see? What can you see from whatever built it, from its perspective? You always look to see what was it looking at, what was drawing its attention, or what was it looking for. Um, is there a game trail below there? Okay, good. Yes. All right. Yep. Yeah, game trails or a field where deer will congregate. Okay. Okay. I have seen that before also. Directions pointing to road crossings, food plot leading to an area that got a return call, all in that area. It was an asterisk. Another thing that they'll make is a map. If you look, like you said, it was an asterisk, where it would be sticks laying on the ground, I suppose, that you saw. There'll be sticks laying on the ground in a certain weird configuration. A lot of times, it's reported that you may see something, a configuration, it laying on the ground, not sticking up in the air, but on the ground, just in sticks, something, or up on a tree stump, something in the shape of looks like an A, is what it looks like. It looks like an A. And there's other ones that the sticks look random, but if you study them, take a photo of them. If you see random sticks just laying on the ground, take a picture of it. And whenever you get home, if you have a computer or a laptop, bring up that area on a map and compare that configuration with natural features on the map, in that area, because it's been reported that they'll use sticks to show, okay, a road, a stream, trails, rivers, and so on. And it's basically a roadmap to where their next sleeping area is. There's a researcher in Sweden that has reported this. We were looking at photos of these stick structures that she found in Sweden, and okay, thank you. Yeah, I want to see that. Yeah, this one in Sweden, she discovered it was a map of her area. There were sticks representing a nearby road, stick representing a couple game trails and walking paths, human walking paths, and game trails both, and a nearby creek. And it was an amazing discovery to see this, because she brought it up. She had it on a photo, and then next to that, she brought up a photo of a local map, of the area. And so it matched up, of course not perfectly or anything, but it was close enough that it was a map. So, even random sticks, pay attention to. Yeah, everything can be a sign. Anything and everything can be a sign. And again, is it Bigfoot that does this? We don't know. We don't see them doing it. Could it? You know, there's other cryptids out there. We just don't know what causes them, what makes them, what is the exact purpose of a lot of them. It's a lot of them are a mystery. At one point in time, remember I mentioned the sticks in the shape of what looks like an A. A few days ago, I brought up in the group a post that I had made. Oh, what was it? About 5 years ago or so. It was a book on Chinese characters, how ancient Chinese was made from, basically how it was made, and what the characters represented. Now, I was, just scrolling through the pages, and I saw a Chinese figure that looked like an A. And next to it, it showed a man standing next to it. And apparently, that ancient Chinese character means man. And I'm, again, as in my post, I said, and I'll say it again, I'm not saying that Bigfoot writes in Chinese, ancient Chinese. I'm not saying that. Their language, their speaking language, appears to be very ancient. And it's possible that their glyphs, is what they're called, the glyphs, are also an ancient language. And it's possible that, all ancient languages came from one language and they're all based off of something. And there's maybe just another branch, much like Chinese and ancient Phoenician, ancient, way before Greece. And I'm thinking back, to all the ancient societies that were around, and this would have been 5,000 years ago and beyond. It's like the spoken language. The English language, it's based off of Latin, just like Italian, Spanish, Portuguese. It's all based on Latin, and the Latin language is based off of another language, ancient language. And they're all, each language, individual languages, they're based off of something else, which is based off of something else. And it all points back to one single point in time. And we just have to find that one single point. What is it based off of? And that's part of what I do. I do a lot of digging, and I do a lot of research, and learning about this and looking at ancient languages, ancient glyphs, ancient Egyptian ancient Mayan, the writings, how they are figures carved into stone. Possibly be astrological. Why not? I don't see any reason why they wouldn't watch the stars also and be making their glyphs to point to certain star formations. We don't know. Yeah, we just don't know. There's so much that we don't know, and so much that we have to learn. And again, this is part of what I do. What we learn, what I learn, and other people that I am associated with, what we learn, we share. Because if we all keep what we learn all to ourselves, nobody's going to learn. Because we learn from each other. You have a little piece of information. I have a little piece of information. Somebody else, Rob, has a little piece of information. Debbie and Tara have other pieces of information. And if we put all that together, it's puzzle pieces. And we can solve this. We may not solve it 100%. We may never find out exactly what they are. But we can solve maybe a tiny piece of a puzzle. That little piece that's missing up in the far left corner of a puzzle. We may be able to solve that little corner, and eventually, who knows, we'll solve the whole thing. And Jeff is here. Let me get Jeff in here. Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. I was trying to get the kids settled down in the other room before I came on.
Oh, okay, good, good. Now, there's people in here who didn't see the show last week. So if you could introduce yourself again, please.
I'm Jeff Yarrington. I live in northern Harford County in Maryland. I've had a few encounters over here that not sure what else to think they are, except it was a Bigfoot. Been on Woodwalkers once. I've been on Mary's show last week. Spent most of my time dairy farming, and finally came out about this about, I don't know, what was it, a month ago? Mary, when were we on Spencer's show?
I think it was almost, just about a month ago.
And since then, I've been looking more into it around here, and surprised what I hear. Still, in fact, I haven't told you this yet, but I heard some stories from another guy this week.
Oh.
Yeah.
It right there in your area?
About 10 miles or so from me. He's in Delta, PA.
Okay. What is he reporting?
Yeah. So in 2020, him and his girlfriend moved into the family farmhouse that nobody had lived in for a few years since his grandfather passed. Mm-hmm. And he does great. He does a lot of work for us, and he had whoops and screams and tree knocks, a lot of vocals, and it went on for a few months during 2020, and then it stopped. They never really paid. They just ignored it when it would happen, and I guess they figured they weren't going to get anything out of them, so they left them alone. there's a lot of good terrain around that area. I could definitely see something being there.
Mm-hmm.
He's also got a lot of paranormal stuff that happens there too.
Oh boy.
In fact, I'll have to send you the video, but he sent me a video of five erratic lights in the sky at night, all hovering in the same area, almost like a pattern. It's pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, you'll have to find out if he'd be interested in having someone come and check out the area.
Yeah, I was going to talk to him about looking around. I was talking to his girlfriend the other day, and they don't have any dairy cows or anything there now, but I mean, they've got goats and some horses, but there's a few places in there where something definitely could have been traveling. I mean, the woods look pretty open to me, but you know how things like to travel through creeks and stuff, so
yeah.
And some of the area there that the cutout's deep enough that there could be something traveling through there. Now, do you think if they're too pressured, they'll go away?
Yeah. If they're pressured enough, they'll go away. They'll move. It just depends on the type of pressure.
But they probably stay in the area, but just not in that area.
They can move on, a few miles away where nothing will bother them. It just depends on the area. But yeah, it just depends on the type of pressure, if there's construction going on or a lot of lumber companies or anything coming in.
And how does hunting pressure affect them?
They'll pretty much stay off to the side, and they'll sometimes watch the hunters, and they'll steal the kill.
Yeah, I've never had one like Greg House had, but you know what I'm talking about, where they've disappeared off, like we discussed before. But there's definitely been a few where we've had them, we've had stuff that there's no reason for it to be anywhere but laying where it was, and it's not there. So I don't know if that was just if the deer just wasn't dead or something took it.
Well, a hunter will usually look for tracks or a blood trail or something to see, okay, did it run off? Did it get up and run off, or was it dragged away by a bear or something? But if you don't see any sign, if all sign just disappeared as if something picked it up and carried it off, well, then that's possibly what happened.
Well, what I can't figure out is if they pick it up and carry it off, how do you don't see blood drops anywhere? Because I mean, the guys that I hunt with, we're all really good at following blood trails, and even tracks if it comes down to that. But I mean, there'll be sometimes deer just gone and there's no explanation for it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's possibly, I really have no idea, honestly. Maybe the wound is on the upper side where it wouldn't.
Yeah. That's how, I mean, we've had that happen, but there's been a few times it doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a deer stand and you're shooting down with like an arrow or something, depending on your angle, that exit wound is going to be at the bottom. So, unless something plugs the hole up, or there shouldn't be any reason for the blood to just stop.
Yeah.
Unless it clots.
Not a clue. Not a
Yeah.
clue. It's just, just another mystery.
Now, as far as
Just another
structures go, I've never really seen much that I would even suspect. But that's maybe now that I know what I'm looking for, I would notice. But there was never anything I really looked at that I thought was weird. But the problem is, around here, there's a lot of like deadfall and like old trees that are dying, that limbs are falling off of, and
Yeah.
just a lot of like dead, rotted stuff. So it's hard to tell what's. It could be from anything. It could be from wind. There's never anything that I've seen around here that I would say is suspicious.
Yeah, there possibly could be, but it's also possible that they just pass through the area, that they really wouldn't have any structures there.
That's what Spencer and I talked about.
Their attention. Yeah, unless something specifically caught their attention where they would stick around, or one or two would stick around to hunt.
Yeah.
I don't think that they would be building any structures. It just depends.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they'll put a tree bow down pointing to water, a water source. And that's what we think that a tree bow will sometimes mean, because there'll be a water source in that direction. Don't know. But yeah, keep looking, and if you find anything on your property, take photos.
Yeah. There was a couple of. I think we had a glitch there for a second.
Yeah.
There's most of my property and the stuff that we lease next door to us. A lot of it's more open ground. I mean, we've got some wooded lots, but I'm going to see if I can go over and check out some of the ground over my cousin's that connects to us, because there's a lot more woods up in there, and it runs up to that ridge that goes to the state park. So I'm going to look around in there some when I get time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that you're in a great area.
Yeah, just trying to get time out of the barn when there's not a catastrophe with farm equipment.
Good luck.
Yeah, well, the last 2 weeks have been a bit of an ordeal with stuff breaking, so it was a mess.
Yeah, we discovered that our generator wasn't working. Yeah, it was winterized and everything, but
oh Lord,
we needed it there for a couple days and wasn't working.
Yeah, we've somehow in the last 2.5 weeks we broke 3 different tractors.
Oh my.
One of them we're probably going to sell. The one we fixed already, and the second one that we had break down, we're going to be able to fix it, but it's getting ready to head to the mechanic. And we had to put a $6,000 part in our feed mixer. So that was, yeah.
Oh my, God bless you.
It's been a fun time.
Yeah. Now, if you would like to just give a little introduction as to what happened.
What got me started in this?
Yeah. If you don't mind.
Well, prior to, we're going to go into it tonight. Prior to that, I was always interested in it. And I mean, I remember Patterson Gimlin and all that stuff. Even though I'm 34, I was always into that kind of stuff when I was a kid. I was big into reading old books and stories about Bigfoot, and I'm trying to remember what. I was 14. I don't know when I first read. I'm trying to remember what the hell that book was. Oh, man, it slips my
Was it a
mind.
children's book, or was it?
I don't think
was
so.
it a grown-up?
I think it was. Oh, what the hell was it? It was something about Bigfoot in the Pacific Northwest, and I can't remember what it was. But if I wish I knew where it was. But who knows where it got left between my grandparents, my parents, and where I live now. I'm not sure. We're all on the same road, but I'm not sure whatever happened to that book. Might be at my grandparents'
Hopefully you'll
house
find
somewhere.
it.
Maybe one day I will, but back to what got the ball rolling on this, that I never thought I'd even come out about, but after watching enough shows and finally getting to Spencer Jameson, after watching all the stories about Greg and the stuff that he went through, I figured, well, hell, if he's willing to talk about it, I can do it. And I want to give a shout out to him because I know he's going through a lot right now with that ankle, and I talked to him last night, and he definitely needs everybody's prayers and wishes at this point, because I know it's putting him through the ringer, and we all love you, Greg.
God bless him. Yeah. Now, Greg House, he lives in Alabama. To everyone who's not aware, he had an accident a couple years ago, and he recently had, just a week or so ago, he had ankle surgery to repair the damage. So please keep him in your prayers, uplift him. And if you'll be going to the meet and greet at Land Between the Lakes in April, we're praying that he'll be well enough to make it. We pray for healing for him.
Yeah, my brother actually had surgery to fix his jaw the same day Greg went into surgery. My brother had to get his jaw relocated. He had a severe it was either an underbite or an overbite. And they did a 6-hour surgery to fix it. And now he has to drink through a straw for 6 weeks.
Oh, my goodness.
Uh-huh. So both of them, they definitely need everybody's prayers at this point.
Yeah, most definitely.
I definitely feel for both of them.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get this started. So 2008, probably, I got to try to think about this because I originally thought it was the beginning of September, but I think after talking to Josh, it was closer to October. My friend and I were, after we all both got done working one night, we went to fix a deer stand and the tree limb fell on. And we thought that we could just go do it in the dark because never encountered anything. Gave us a reason not to. And we went in there, drove the tractor up to the edge of the field, went in about 50 yards, and started trying to remove this limb off this tree with a flashlight, just with a flashlight and a handsaw. And a couple minutes into this, we get screamed at by something. And probably about 100 yards away, I mean, it was loud, loudest thing I've ever heard, but honestly, I thought it was someone playing a prank on us. And so I got all ballsy and started telling them, I looked at Josh and I said, you keep sawing, I'll see what's going on. So I start cussing, telling them to get the F out, whoever it is, they're on private property and they need to go. And I should have known something was wrong when I didn't see any lights or anything like that. And then whatever was yelling, within couldn't have been 20 seconds, that thing was right there 50 yards or less from us, screaming again. And just the volume off of this thing.
That's close.
Worst part was I couldn't tell where it was. That was the worst part. And it was the duration of the screams. When you're standing in front of something and you feel like your whole body's vibrating from the noise, it's and that's coming out of an animal. I don't know how else to describe it except it's the freakiest thing you'll ever imagine. And if you ever have the unfortunate time experiencing it at that distance when it's pissed off, makes you wonder why you ever decide to go back in the woods. But I'm not that much of a baby. I'm not gonna let it run me off. But at that point, yeah, what were you saying, Mary?
No, go ahead.
At that point, Josh stopped sawing. And he's behind me going, I don't know what that is, but don't run. Just back up towards the tractor. And we start backing up, and it cut loose again. And I told him, F this, and I was out of there. I ran past him. We're scrambling. He's going one way. I'm going the other. And I have never moved that swiftly through the woods without a light before in my life. I mean, I tripped over a few things, but I got out to the tractor, and I think I threw that damn piece of shit light that I was carrying. I don't know what happened to it. It could still be up there. I don't know. But I got in that tractor and I turned every light on. Tractor was still running, but I mean, I turned everything on. And I put that thing in gear and I was heading out of there. And then I realized I forgot him, but he jumped onto the steps while I was going past him. Somehow we're still friends. But I still think that might be why when we go anywhere now that I'm not allowed to have the keys to the vehicle. I'm starting to think that might be the reason. We might take my
Oh, your audio cut out.
No,
Yeah, your audio cut out.
sorry, I was a phone call, but that wasn't important.
Oh, okay.
The ex-wife thinks we're asleep, so I won't tell her any different.
Oh,
Well, he's asleep, so I don't know what she needs to talk to me about. Talked to her enough today. He's got ADHD, and we got to put him on medication. It's just been
that's hard.
yeah. How many do you have?
I have one daughter.
I'm guessing grandkids too, don't
I
you?
have a few grandsons. Yep. I've got a few grandkids.
I've got one son, and he's making me pay for all the crazy stuff I did when I was a teenager. But he's only 5. That's the scary thing.
Oh boy. Yeah. You got a lot ahead of you there. God bless you.
Yes, we do. Yeah, thanks, because I'm already starting to get gray hairs at this point. It doesn't look like I have any, but I'm already balding back here somewhere. So
yeah.
But he keeps me going.
With ADHD. Yeah, with ADHD, there's certain things that you can help, by watching their diet.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah, I had to we put him on Adderall because I was ADD, but I wasn't hyper.
Yeah.
My brother was real hyper, and they had to put him on stuff. Mm-hmm. But that night I found out a few things. I run a lot faster in the dark than I thought I could. You can ride 2 wheels on a tractor around a turn.
Oh, boy.
And you can jump a hill on a tractor if you have it in the right speed. Yeah. And there's things in the woods that I didn't know about.
Yeah. Yep.
I think I made the stupid assumption thinking, oh, that's all out in the Pacific Northwest like everybody else thought.
Yeah, no.
Never thinking that we would be up. Yeah. Well, after I've listened to a lot of Coonbo stories about finding them in places like, where did he find them, in Staten Island? Where the hell did he?
Long Island. Yeah.
Long Island. And I'm thinking, if they're in Long Island.
Yeah. Outside of Chicago. In fact, they're outside of Pittsburgh. I've tracked them in fairly close into Pittsburgh, right into the city.
What about Philly?
Yeah, there's. I've heard a few reports. Nothing real close, but a couple miles out, at the very least.
Now, when you tracked them in Pittsburgh, did you get any vocals or anything, or just structure and stuff like that?
Reports.
Just reports of people seeing them.
Yeah, reports and footprints.
Yeah.
Yeah, just as a matter of fact, when was it? A couple years ago, there was a TV, it was on the news, the local news, where a black bear was discovered right in the city of Pittsburgh, right in the city.
Yeah.
And apparently it had been there for 6 months. And nobody knew. So if a black bear can be hiding right in the middle of the city, there's no reason why a Bigfoot can't pass through and raid some garbage dumpsters in the middle of the night and come back out.
It's funny that you mentioned that.
Spend the night in a building.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the bear, because a couple of years ago, about, I don't know, 15 miles from here. Behind one of the grocery stores, there was a little bit of cover. If anybody knows Abingdon, Maryland, there's a Wegmans that had a little tiny patch of trees behind it. And a friend of mine was talking one of the local guys that tracks bears for the state. And they were talking about black bears, and he got to laughing. He said, "You know where we had one with a tag on it?" He's like, "No." He's like, "Right behind the Wegmans in that little wood patch." And he's like, "How big was it?" He's like, "It was a 400-pound sow." So if that is living in there, what's the? I mean, we've had bears around here, and every year now, it seems like we hear more and more about bears. In fact, a couple weeks ago, there was somebody that I know sent I don't have it. He showed it to me. He had asked me if I'd ever seen cougars around here, and I said, "Yeah, a few years ago." And he said, "Well, let me show you something." He showed me a picture that his friend sent him from Susquehanna State Park, which is 15 miles, 20 miles, well, not 20, probably about 15 miles from me, down by the river. And it was a cougar.
That's in Pennsylvania?
No, in Maryland.
Maryland?
On my side, like right down by Conowingo Dam, below Conowingo Dam.
Okay.
Directly across from Cecil County. Huh. Yeah, a mountain lion. Yep. And we've had them up here at the farm, and they've been seen around the area probably since about 2006. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say as prevalent as the black bear sightings, but there's been several instances of people seeing them. But Game Commission covers it up. They won't admit to it.
Yeah. No, they won't. I know there was a mountain lion seen around here. My husband saw it.
Yeah, you told me about that
a couple months ago, and then and some of our neighbors.
There was one that got shot.
I think it went out of the area.
There was one that got shot about 15 years ago in Airville, Pennsylvania, which is like York County. Mm-hmm. There was one that got shot there about 15 years ago, I think. It attacked a farmer's calf. And funny story about that, when they recovered it, it had a tag in its ear from Colorado.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They do
supposedly the story was it was planted, and they had been trading turkeys to Colorado for some reason. I don't know the whole story, but
I believe that. Believe me, I have heard different stories from different people about how they are being brought in and dropped off.
And there's been locals that swear they saw somebody letting a cougar out of a cage in the state park.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I've passed some of those trucks driving down 24 through the park, the can trucks, and you can't tell me that was the fish transport or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, there was apparently a helicopter locally that was seen dropping something off.
Really?
They don't know what it dropped off. Yeah. but they dropped something off. It landed and then backed away. The helicopter
Was it a
literally
crate
backed
or
away.
what? What is it?
Don't know.
Oh,
No, I think whatever it was left out of a cage inside, and let go down a ramp, probably, down to the ground, and then the
well, they drove away
helicopter backed away
with
from it.
the cage.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I probably don't want to leave the cage there for them. Somebody be like, I wonder what this cage is doing here.
yeah, yeah. But
I've never heard anything like
some of my
that.
neighbors witnessed that. Yeah,
That's a new one.
yeah, yeah. I'm just wondering what it was that they dropped off. Gee, thanks.
Yeah, what wonder what that would have been.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay. All right. Okay. Motorcycle Adventure TV. That's Garman. Okay. Route 6 outside of Shohola Falls. Now, that's up in northern Pennsylvania, I think northeast.
yeah.
3 days later, cougar sighting in Connecticut. Yeah. Well, from Colorado to Pennsylvania, that's a bit of a trek. So I think
Yeah, I think it had some help.
I think it had some help.
Yeah, it didn't. I don't think it.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, put your Garmin. Yeah, put your link in the comments.
I don't think it came over by itself.
I don't think so. Yeah,
it either learned how to fly or learned how to drive.
Article, I think from. Yeah, there was a recent article from the Pennsylvania DNR, where they were explaining how mistaken cougar sightings, or what they really were, and so on and so forth. And it's like, nah, come on, pitiful explanation.
I always like when they try to tell hunters, "Oh, you didn't see that."
Yeah, it was a cat. It was a house cat. It was a common cat. Your perspective is off.
And then they'll send somebody from the department out there to stand there as a reference, but you'll look at the picture and you're like, you're not even in the same place. That doesn't even look remotely.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah. In this article, they showed a photo where they were trying to prove that it was a common just alley cat or house cat. And I thought, that's not even from the same perspective. So how on earth can you claim this?
that was one of the goofiest. Like when we started getting coyotes around here.
Yeah.
Even when people, because we can hunt them in this county, even though supposedly we don't have them, but
Yeah.
When people started seeing them,
open season.
When people started seeing them, they're like, the game commission's like, oh, well, it could have been a coyote, but we're not 100% sure. And then people started shooting them, and then they shut up about it. So now the damn things are everywhere. I think a lot of them migrate in here, but I think some of them are put here.
Yes, I agree. And then they're mating with dogs. And
and then you have all because the ones on the East Coast are way bigger than the ones out west.
Yeah,
the ones out west, you're lucky if you get one that weighs 50 pounds.
Yeah,
the ones out here, I've heard of them in this area alone. I think one that was 90 plus.
Okay.
Maybe over 100 pounds. That's a big coyote.
That is
a
would
very
have
big
to
coyote.
Yeah, that would have to have mated with mixed with the dog. So coy dog.
I know back
The coyote
in
dogs are worse than regular coyotes. Yeah, you're right.
I know back around 70s, 80s, my grandfather dealt with a lot of there were some coyotes, but they were mixed with just dogs that were running loose, and
Mhm.
I know a lot of the locals and the neighbors all banded together and wiped most of them out, but I think they wiped them all out because for a long time you didn't see coyotes or anything around here up until like early 2000s. You might seen them here or there, and then after 2010 was when you really started seeing them again. And I mean,
Yeah,
the last 8 years, the population has exploded.
it is. Yeah. And then from what I hear, they may also be introducing wolves
I've heard that too, not so much in
down.
Maryland, but in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Yes, that's where I'm hearing it.
Where in PA do
And
you know?
I'm trying to think where I heard that report from. All I can say is northern Pennsylvania
Yeah.
somewhere. But that's what I've heard.
I had heard
Coming.
I had heard that there was
They
some that
introduced them in New York State first.
yeah. I had heard that there were some. I'm trying to remember what area of Pennsylvania. I think it was closer to me, but I think most of the people in that area took care of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't see that flying with a lot of people up there.
No.
No.
Yeah. The problem is, I know my neighbors. I hear them all the time shooting. Going out on coyote hunts at night.
Yeah.
Either that or raccoons or both. But
Have they ever
but even
reported
so, there's still a
running
pretty
into
good
any Bigfoot
population.
while they're out by you?
Yeah, my neighbors have reported to me they've found sign and different things. Was it you? Yeah, you had posted about a question about finding any type of sign or a deer carcass on a
Yeah.
deer stand.
Yeah. We had talked about
Yeah,
that
my
last
neighbor.
week. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah, my
couldn't. I
neighbor.
don't remember if you had told me that story or not. I remember you said
Yeah,
Kundo had talked about that.
yeah. I had asked him, both him and Bubba, Jim Hart, about it,
Yeah.
and they both agreed, that it was a sign from the Bigfoot saying, go hunt elsewhere. This is my hunting
Yeah.
area.
Well, I had talked to Greg House about that after I talked to you,
Uh-huh.
and I'm guessing he was talking about Troy Allen, but he's like, yeah, my buddy he's had him hanging from his stands.
Yeah,
So I'm guessing it was him that had him, but
probably. Yeah.
from the stories I've heard, he's got some just what they let on to. He's probably got more stuff. He does, doesn't he, Mary?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good Lord.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Has he
No.
you ever been out with him before?
Troy Allen. Yeah. I remember. I can't remember where we were at. If it was out in Oklahoma or down in land between the lakes. I can't remember. One or the other. But no, it's crazy the activity that's out there, and like you said, the deer carcass, the one that my neighbor found. I was trying to look for the photo because
Yeah, I
my
wish
neighbor
I
took
knew
a
where
photo,
mine were, but it
and
was like
yeah,
5 phones
I'll dig it
ago.
up. Oh, yeah. It was just bones and sinew by the time he found it, and it was just hanging there from 9 foot up in the air. Okay, Garman, I have a question for both of you. I was hiking in Shahala Falls State Forest and seen 6 deer eaten, deer piled up. Do bears do that, or could that be a Bigfoot? I walked away like I'd never seen it.
They were piled up.
Deer piled up.
I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, that's.
Could it
I
have
know
been?
it's
Could it have been
Bigfoot.
like a close to a dump site for the county, or was it
Or hunter dump site, maybe? Where
8
well, I don't
deer
know where
piled
hunter
up? That's a
would go.
lot of. Yeah, that doesn't.
Yeah, that would be a heck of a lot of meat wasted
Yeah,
for one thing. Unless they were just after trophy. It's crazy.
a
Were
pile
they
of 8
partially
deer.
eaten?
Man, that is.
It just depends on were they partially eaten by the time you found them? What condition
Yeah.
were they in? Okay, it was off of a parking area, about 500 foot in on a trail. All bones, no heads. That sounds more like hunters. If there's no heads,
But why would they go 500 feet in and dump them all in a pile? That's the odd
yeah,
thing.
I don't know. Yeah,
That's
yeah, some stupid idiot just going after
that just
trophy.
500 feet in the woods. I'm trying to. Something just doesn't
Yeah,
seem right about that.
yeah, all bones, no heads. That's a mystery.
Yeah,
That is
that is strange.
yeah, because
I'm not sure what to make of that.
if it would have been carcass, yeah, poachers, yeah, possibly poachers. The no heads. That's what's telling me that it wasn't Bigfoot.
Yeah, because I don't see Bigfoot taking heads.
No, they'll pull off human heads, but
No, I'm not.
and
I'm
they'll
not going to
break
make
deer's
myself into that
their
spot.
neck.
Oh
No,
shit!
they'll break the neck of a deer whenever
Yeah,
they're hunting them. They'll break the back legs and their necks, but rip the head off. No, that sounds more like poachers. Yeah, and not Bigfoot. I don't think so.
and Mary,
Yes,
do you? I'm
Gar
trying
man,
to-
your
was I
Gar
thinking?
man. Motorcycle adventure, your Gar man. Because I think you said that up further up.
What was I thinking about?
Okay,
Came
thank you.
into my mind, but oh, that was what I was going to tell you. I don't know if you've ever heard this, and I'm going to try to. I got to reach out to that guy this week. You ever heard the story of the Sykesville Monster?
Yes.
That's only about an hour from me,
Okay.
maybe a little farther. But the guy that saw it in the 1980s, Lon Strickler.
Yeah.
He's actually, I think he lives up near Gettysburg.
Yeah, I know he's in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I had messaged him, and I got to email him this week because he wanted to talk to me about it, and I just haven't. I've been so busy, I haven't done that yet. But that's where he was fishing when he saw that.
Okay. There's Sinead. Can't see
And
her
I'd like to.
very
I'd be
well.
more interested to know what he found out about that stuff after he saw it. Because I mean, I know it started probably in the 70s, but he didn't see it till 1981, I think.
Okay.
Something like that.
Now, I'm not real familiar with it all. I've heard the name.
Yeah. There was a lot of sightings in that area from the 70s up into the 80s. And then supposedly a few years after his, I don't think it was the same year, not a few years after the sighting, I want to say someone found a skeleton.
Okay.
Of what could have been one, but I think it got swept under the rug real quick.
Now, was it a Bigfoot or something else?
From what he did a show on Sasquatch Chronicles of Wes Germer, and they had mentioned that they thought it was too big to be a person, but it could have been a Sasquatch.
Okay.
It looked like it would have been the correct body, but
yeah, the body size and everything.
Very large skull.
Yeah, that would have been something to keep, but of course, whenever the government finds out that's it, like you said, gets swept under the rug. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't believe that. They for whatever reason,
they don't think the government hides stuff.
Believe that the government, right? Yeah.
I don't know why they're so quick to dismiss stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Part of it, and I'm suspicious of it because I've spotted them at different talks that I do, in person, like town halls or whatever.
Oh, really?
But there'll be people that show up, and you can pretty much spot them, that they're government. They're feds, sitting in there. And,
are they wearing like earpieces and suits, or do you just
No, they're the haircut, the clothing, and the way that they're sitting.
Wow.
It's pretty much okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Yep. Yeah, you're right. They're admitting UFO sightings, but the thing is, I honestly don't believe that they're going to admit the existence of Bigfoot. I don't think they're going to get into that.
They'll talk about that, but they won't talk about Bigfoot. I don't.
Yeah, and there's a lot of reasons. I think that they'll use UFO sightings at some point in time to their own purpose, and not good.
I still think a lot of it has to do with the logging industry.
With Bigfoot, it's a heck of a lot more than that. That's just a cover. That's just a simple explanation.
Well, that's one thing, but there's
much deeper than that.
I think there's a lot of things. I don't think it's just one thing.
No, it's not. Yeah, they cannot come out with the existence of Bigfoot. Endangered species.
Yeah.
It could, but it won't. And you know why? The reason why I say this is because they have human DNA. And if people find out that they're part human, what the heck, people are going to do? What are they going to say? Well, think about
Mm-hmm.
uh, they're going to start clamoring for, well, you have to give them homes. You have to give them their own territory, and all humans, all of the rest of us have to
Yeah,
move out. Uh, but the thing is, how can you declare a certain territory to be theirs?
exactly.
And how are you going to keep them in there, for one thing? Uh, they are everywhere, literally everywhere, except for Hawaii. They're not in Hawaii, but but they're everywhere. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Bigfoot reservation. Uh,
Yeah, just like we did with the Indians.
uh, Johnny, I 100% I believe that. I know that. BFRO, uh, MUFON, yeah, up to a point. Yeah, MUFON. And uh, doctor, that certain, I'm not going to name his name, that doctor in Idaho University. Uh,
Oh,
he's bought, bought and paid for. Bought and paid for.
I never gave any of
Absolutely.
them much thought after some of the stuff I've
Yeah.
listened to from them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't.
They're all bought
I
and paid
can't take
for.
it. I can't take it seriously at all.
And they have an
Ugh.
agenda. Yeah. They have an agenda. If there's certain people that as soon as you name uh, Dr. Melba Ketchum and the Sasquatch Genome Project, where she tested the Bigfoot DNA and found that they are part human. Well, as soon as you mention her name, they jump. They jump on her and say, "Oh, she's a quack, this and that." As soon as you see someone like that jumping on her, then you know that person is bought and paid for.
Well, that's why everybody piles on people in Hollywood when they don't agree with them.
Exactly. That's what it is. Cancel culture.
Yeah, if you're not in their pocket, they don't want
Yeah.
anything to do with you.
Bigfoot.
They will try
Okay.
to.
Garmin asks, "What's my feeling on Bigfoot exhibition?" Uh, I I have watched exactly 15 minutes of that show, Garman. 15 minutes, and no, they are. It's all drama. It's some of their experiments may be real. They may find something, but they're not going to come out with anything real. It's all entertainment. It's all for the money. Um, no, no, they're not for real. Yeah, I watched about 15 minutes out of the first season and shut it off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
can't watch half of that stuff.
no, I don't. I truly don't. Yeah, back in 2014, I was on the Not Finding Bigfoot TV show. I was on one of their Pennsylvania episodes, Pennsylvania Squatchtivity, or no, Paranormal Squatchtivity.
I always laughed at their town hall meetings.
Yeah, yeah. That was whenever I found out a few things, and quite a few things. It opened my eyes, and I thought, okay, got your number.
I just listen to some people talk, and it just turns me away.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at reading people, and I can usually tell when
Yeah. Oh, you
when
saw
it's
an
not
episode where they claimed the four Bigfoot were around the lady professor. If they were truly out in the woods like they say they were, maybe, but who knows? Who knows? Again, it's all for drama. It's
yeah.
all for views, and it's all about the money.
Like my buddy Josh and I said to each other when we were talking about not finding Bigfoot. And he's like, how do they expect to even find anything when they've got that gigantic camera crew and they're making all those damn noises, lighting off fireworks and shit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of the
Yeah.
stuff I've watched
Crazy
them
shit.
do, I just
Crazy. Yeah, it's all for drawing their attention. And the thing is, you don't have to pull those stupid tricks. You really don't. Light a campfire and sit there. If they're in the area, they'll come. They'll come in, just to watch you out of curiosity. You don't have to pull any of those crazy, stupid tricks and games.
You don't have to be doing anything crazy to get their attention.
No, you don't. You truly don't. And you really don't even need to go deep into the woods to find them or find their sign. A lot of times, I'll walk in maybe 50 feet and I'll find sign.
Yeah.
The ones that I've seen, they were all, I was on a road, driving or standing on my front porch and sitting in a parking lot out in a casino parking lot out in Oklahoma.
That story still makes me laugh.
I shake my head at it.
How many of you actually saw it that night when you guys were working on the truck? I can't remember. You told me before, but
2 of us. Yeah, Chuck Schlobs and myself. That was it. 2 of us. Everybody else had their heads, underneath the truck hood, and the 2 that were in the truck with us, they had their heads in their phone.
Oh yeah, I remember you
texting or playing games on their phones or something. If my sister is still on here, she was the one sitting next to me, and she was on her phone as usual.
Yeah, wasn't she the one that you told her not to look at it, and she saw the one while you guys were driving or something?
That's right.
It was in the tree.
That's right. Yeah, she got sick and tired of all of us hollering at her for just paying attention more to her phone. And finally, she saw the one sitting up in a tree. that totally traumatized her. She still shakes whenever she talks about it. Yeah, she shakes. She was so, it shook her to the core.
Now, was that in Oklahoma, or was that, where was that?
Yes.
Was it?
Yeah, that was Oklahoma, southern Oklahoma.
There must be a lot of them in Oklahoma.
It's an amazing place. It surprised me just how active. It's crazy active.
Now, compared to Pennsylvania, how active is it?
Much more.
Yeah.
Much more.
And Alabama is too, isn't it?
Yeah. From what I've heard, I haven't gone down there yet. I plan on it. If I can make it down there this fall, I'm going down.
I would like to go down there.
I'd like to get me one of those Kumbo rocks.
Uh-huh.
Kumbo booger rocks.
I keep laughing about that when I think about him trying to mow his yard with these things throwing them at him.
I know. Yeah, Alabama. Yeah, it's very active from all I've heard. Alabama, Mississippi, all down the South. Yeah, from what I hear. Um, oh, I'll get down there. I
Yeah.
will get down there, most definitely. But I'll go down whenever the weather is a little bit cooler and there's no bugs or snakes or gators or anything. Hey, you're sideways there, Jeff. Yeah. Oh, we lost Jeff. Okay, Greg's, Mark Green. Yeah, and flat. Yeah, yeah. I want to get down there whenever the weather is a bit cooler. Yeah, I cannot take the heat. Yeah, you're in Myrtle Beach. Yeah, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, they live in Myrtle Beach. And whenever we go down to visit with them, I look around at Green Swamp. Yeah. Okay, there's Jeff. He's coming back. Come on, Jeff, you can do it. Whoop. Okay, he keeps trying. Okay, Johnny, just like the UP in Michigan. Yeah, I that's another place on my bucket list. I really want to get to the UP in Michigan. I've got a bunch of friends up there, and I want to get in there. Okay, Jeff, I know. Come on, Jeff, you can do it. You can do it.
I don't know what happened.
Well, at least we can hear you.
The government's trying to shut the operation down.
Who knows? That's possible. Yeah.
There it
Yeah.
is.
Hey, there you are. Yep. Okay. Alabama, tons of gators and hogs. Yeah. Yep. Well, the hogs are making their way here also. There's reports of them, of hogs up here, and no gators.
Well, you won't
People
have to
see them
worry about them if
occasionally
they
in the
cross into my area.
Yeah.
I know a few people be waiting for them.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. Hogs. There you go. That'd be dinner. You've snowmobiled in UP, vast wilderness. Yeah. That's why I'd love to get up there. Okay. Louisiana also. Yeah. I've got a few friends in Louisiana. And from what I hear, yeah. I've got so many places on my bucket list, and I just need, well, I've got the time. It's just the, and in this economy, forget it.
You know, I was
That'll
talking
happen.
to Spencer today, and I can't get over how many just little stories I've been hearing from around here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's, have you ever connected with Dave Thundercloud?
No,
Not yet?
I need to figure out how to get a hold of him.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen him being active on Facebook, at least not recently.
I'm heading out to Allegheny County in
Hmm.
April.
Okay.
We're going to
Now
be out
what
there camping.
now what section is that in?
That's Western.
Okay. Oh, I got to unplug this.
So we'll be up up along West Virginia and PA. Uh-oh. Mary's cutting out. Well, I guess it's just me. There she is. Thought I was going to take over the show. Uh-oh. I can't hear you, Mary. Not working.
There we go.
Oh, there she is.
Better? All right. Sorry about that.
I thought I was going to have to run the rest of the show.
Yeah, my after wearing my headphone for almost 2 hours now, it was bothering my ear, starting to hurt. So I thought, oh, I'll just take it off. Well, apparently no.
Oh.
But yeah, there's a heck of a lot of places on my bucket list, that I need to get into, and
I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, the UP in Michigan and Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama. Whenever we go to Tennessee, Land Between the Lakes in April, I'll be halfway down, and if I had the money, I'd just continue my trip further down south and just make a circle and set a bunch of friends, down in all those states that I want to get to. One of these days. I know that I've got other friends out in Missouri, and Michigan. Johnny, do you know Gabe Heil? Oh, Diane, you bet. Come on. Yeah, I want to get out to UP in Michigan, Indiana. Got friends out there, Missouri. Yeah, we've driven through Missouri on our way to Oklahoma, but we didn't stop, do any camping or anything. It was just driving through. But looking at the map, I see so many areas, and I've got friends who live there, who they're having all kinds of activity. I really want to get in there. Okay. All right. Can you tell let me highlight your comment there. Can you tell the audience the advice you gave me to handle the Bigfoot in your backyard? Okay. Well, if you are having problems with a Bigfoot getting too close to your home, where they're harassing you, or just plain, like I said, they're getting too close to your home, and you don't want trouble to start, there's certain things that you can do to discourage them from coming in too close. And there's a series of steps that you can take building up to the nuclear option, which is I don't go there first. Absolutely. But But yeah, a simple answer is mark your territory. And guys, you know what I mean with that. Go around your property line and pee. Same with you ladies, pee. You mark your territory. Go all around and and just
I'd have
keep
to do a
doing
lot
it.
of peeing.
Oh yeah, and yeah, just do it every 2 weeks. And if you're able to, without bothering any neighbors or shooting any neighbors, start doing some target practice out in your backyard. You find an area, do some target practice. You can do that. And
I don't think the activity was as high when we used to shoot a lot.
yeah.
It was when we weren't shooting a lot.
Okay, above ground natural gas line hotspot. I don't know. Okay. Oh, okay. You don't know Gabe Heil? Yeah, I know he's in Michigan. He covers a lot of area in Michigan, but he comes out here to Pennsylvania occasionally. Yeah, I want to get out there, Johnny. I really do. Natural gas line. Okay. Now, let me ask you a question, Johnny, about that natural gas line. By any chance, have you seen, okay, you too, Garman, have you seen by any chance any lights, balls of lights floating around that area? I know there's a little bit of a delay before you see an answer. I'm going to have to see what I can do. Okay, you haven't seen any floating lights or balls of lights or anything like that.
That was another thing I
How
wanted
about
to
you?
ask you.
What's
Do
that?
you think there's a relation to that in Bigfoot?
Possibly, but then you have to go down the line and figure, okay, what else could possibly have
Yeah.
caused it? Whenever we were on an investigation in northern Pennsylvania, we saw balls of light floating and pouring down this hill through the trees, winding down and floating up in the air. And but we discovered there's a gas line back of there. And what myself and my research partner both figured out was that there's a pop-off valve on gas lines, on pipelines, that occasionally, to release pressure, there'll be a pop-off, and where it releases the pressure, and the gas will release in little bubbles. And that's what we were seeing at the time, were these bubbles of natural gas.
Yeah.
Floating through the air and falling down through the hill, winding through the trees. And if that's what it was, 99% certain that's what it was. Now, I'm not going to automatically go to that it was Bigfoot or something paranormal. Okay, like swamp gas, yeah. Okay, let me see. Johnny.
Let this dog have his cage.
Okay. I was up there looking at property, no lights, but there's plastic in Marquette County that has those lights. Okay. Okay, and Garman, they do release gas at the station about a mile away. Okay.
I'm feeding him.
Okay, plenty of 12-foot snap and twist. Well, that was another question I was going to come to, if there were other sign in the area. And yeah, if there's other sign, that's what you got to look for. And if you find other sign, which you have, then yeah, you got Bigfoot. Yeah, there's okay. Oh, it's at night. This is where they are, the gas smell. Okay. Okay, so they hang around the pipe, and let me go back. Okay, gas line is behind your home. And okay, they release gas at the station, and you said that what, the Bigfoot hang around the gas pumping station? It's possible that they are just drawn to the noise and the lights.
They're just curious
and
of it.
Activity, the sound of the pumping, if there's any type of pumping being done there. Because I know with gas well pumps, the gas wells, they are definitely drawn to gas well.
Yeah, they're curious of the noise.
It's not only that. I had to do a heck of a lot of digging because I was
Wow.
getting a lot of reports from truck drivers who go in to, drive the water trucks for, the gas wells. And they were afraid, they refused to go in because, they kept seeing Bigfoot, and they were just terrified. And so, I thought, okay, it's got to be more to it than being drawn to the pumps. And so I did a heck of a lot of digging. And I found that in order to clean the well itself, the pipe coming up from the ground, they have to clean it occasionally. And what they do is they put occasional bursts of infrasound through that pipe, the pipeline itself. And that alone will draw the Bigfoot in. Just that the infrasound. One other thing is whenever the gas well is pumping, it's like a two-stroke engine. It'll give like a popping sound, or whoop, 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 as it's cycling.
So it's mimicking.
Yeah, they'll hear that whoop, whoop, and it's possible they're drawn to that.
And then they're confused when they get there.
Yeah. Like I said, whenever you're a Bigfoot researcher, you do a heck of a lot of digging, and it's like being an investigator. In fact, you are an investigator.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I found you.
Do a lot of research. Okay, logging truck drivers have some good stories. I'll bet they do. Mm-hmm. They're afraid of losing their jobs. If their employer finds out, they talked about it.
So does railroad, but none of them want to talk.
Yeah. It's the same about the gas well truck drivers also. In fact, I have a video. If you look through my videos here on this channel, a couple years ago, I did an investigation at two properties. And one of the properties one of the reports was from a gas well water truck driver. And
that was Pennsylvania?
Yeah. He, what do you call it? His dash cam caught a Bigfoot as he was passing through the road. He said it was standing next to a tree, and as he was driving past it, the brake line or something released, and it gave off a loud noise, and it startled the Bigfoot. So it turned around where it was facing him, and that's whenever he realized what it was. And it shook him. I mean, it really terrified him to the point where he called off for a few days. He couldn't go back to the job. And so he sent the dash cam, and I've got it up on the channel.
Now, is that on this channel or on?
Yes, this channel. Yeah, it's on this YouTube channel. It'll be titled Green County Truck Driver, Gas Line or Gas Well Truck Driver Films Bigfoot or something like that. Yes, motorcycle. Yes, Garmin. Yeah, the brake.
Yeah, the
air
brake.
brake. Yes. Yeah, whenever I went to investigate that report, we found the tree standing next to. There were still footprints there. It apparently is a place where it regularly goes. It stands next to a fence of a big field where it watches the deer. And it's right next to the road, next to the there was bushes there and everything, and a big tree, but we were able to figure out how tall it was, and it was right around the 8-foot mark. But we did find a few footprints there. We found a track where it was walking up to another part of the fence, and the fence was pushed down. We lost Jeff. The fence was pushed down where it was climbing over the fence. And I've got a little video on that also on the channel. Okay, yeah, fracking in Northeast PA. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Jeff keeps trying to come on. Come on, Jeff, you can do it. You can do it. Here we go. I think we got it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we have audio. Okay, let me see here. We have another question. Any evidence of BB and Bigfoot fights, basically? Okay, BB. What do you mean by BB? Oh, black bear. Oh, okay. Thank you. So I was blanking out on what the heck that was.
I was wondering what they were talking about.
I was thinking dog man. No, it's not the wrong initials. Black bear. I am sure there are, and I'm sure that bear is probably a meal. I
mean, we can kill them. Why can't they?
Yeah, especially in the wintertime whenever they're hibernating.
It's a very fatty meat.
Kill. Yeah.
It would be good for them.
Yeah. Any evidence of it, though? Not that I recall, but and I'm trying to think of any stories that I've heard. I don't recall any particular stories, but I don't see why not. The one thing in particular that I can say about it is that whenever the bear experts, they tell you what to do to avoid a black bear attack. What do they tell you? They tell you to stand up, make yourself look big, spread your arms out, make yourself look big. big. You put it together, Bigfoot. They want you to look big. Well, what is a natural enemy of a bear? That would be bigger than a bear, where it would big enough and nasty enough that a bear would run off in fear. Yeah, I would say Bigfoot. That's why the
Smith and
experts tell
Wesson
you to
works
stand
too.
up and look. Yes, yeah, just the noise of it. Yeah, I've heard a lot about the ones up in Pike County, Wayne County. You grow some pretty big ones out there.
I've never
There was
hunted PA, but I've hunted black bears in Maine.
yeah.
Here's an example of one.
I think there was a report of a. Ooh, okay. How big was that one?
That was only 180 pounds.
Okay.
I've got a 385 pounder at the taxidermist.
Oh. Okay, Garman. I thought so. I think there was a report of 1,000-pound one up in Pike County, from what I heard.
I think it was close to it.
Yeah.
I think it was 900
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
I think they hit with a
800 pounds.
combine.
Yeah. Okay, 800 pounds. Yeah, I remember reading about a 1,000-pound one somewhere in PA a few years ago.
Yeah, PA gets some big black bears.
Can't remember what. Yeah. Yeah, that would be some confrontation, between, but even so, about the only real competition would be between a brown bear, grizzly, and a Bigfoot. That would be about the only real competition I would think that it would be. And even then, I would
Grizzly or a
still,
polar bear.
yeah, I'd still bet on the Bigfoot to win that fight.
Even with a moose.
Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Well, Wisconsin. Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah, there'll be moose up there. That's up on my bucket also. I see a lot, but those black flies, I experienced them up in Canada. No thanks.
I'm actually
Those things
going to
are
Colorado
nasty.
in 2027 for elk
Are you really? Oh, wow.
with a muzzleloader.
Okay. Yeah, a friend of mine went out in Montana. What was it? About 20 years ago. Fly fisherman, and he got chased about a mile by a moose. Yep.
Yeah, fishing pole's not going to do you very good.
So yeah, you got to watch out. No.
Damn.
Yeah, elk and PA. Yeah, I know. There's a elk farm, not even a mile from me. Well, elk ranch. Maybe a mile, but no, I know that they're up in Benezet. People take tours up there to see the elk.
Elk County?
Yeah.
You can actually get tags to hunt elk up there.
Yeah. Elk County.
They're not real easy to get.
Yeah, we were traveling, a friend of mine and I were traveling out to just outside of Philadelphia a couple years ago. Okay, hold on a second here.
Oh, that's Jerry.
Watch out for that Jeff guy. Oh.
Jerry was on Spencer's show last weekend.
Okay.
He wants me to get both of us on here because he only lives about 5 miles from me.
Oh, okay. Has he had Bigfoot?
He's had some experiences.
Oh, okay. Now, what is his first name?
His
Because
name's
I'm not
Jerry.
Jerry. Okay, because I'm not about this. Keep calling him E.
He's got his own
Pulling.
YouTube channel for tractor pulls.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna have to get over there. That's cool. I love watching stuff like that. That's fun. I'm such a geek on the old stuff too. The
He
old
videotapes
cars.
that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay, let's see. Skeeters,
He
yeah, I
actually
think
had a
I've
show
seen
tonight,
that.
but he must have just got off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have to get him talking about his experience then. And, okay, yeah, the skeeters, thick as smoke, and the male moose are very dangerous during rutting season. Yeah, yeah, I can't remember what time of the year it was that my friend was out there in Montana and got chased by a moose, but I remember him telling me, he said its eyes were red and he just uh, running from about a mile. And then he said he jumped over a creek and got behind a tree and the moose stopped. It just stopped. And
What time of day was it?
I don't know. I trying to think. I think it was around 4 o'clock in the afternoon from what he was telling me.
You say if it was a
Now,
bull or a cow?
I can't remember. This has been 20 some years ago. Yeah, that's got to be scary. Yeah. All I know is that he told me about it, and I asked him, what day was that and what time was it? And it was weird because uh, during day at that time, I just got the weirdest feeling that I had to pray for this guy right then and there. And I did. I just whenever I got that feeling that I had to pray, I did. And apparently, that was whenever he was being chased by that moose.
Sounds like he needs to carry a 44 with that fishing rod.
Yeah, well, he used to work as a fishing guide up in Alaska, and yeah, he carried a 44 up there. Yep, for the grizzlies.
Damn.
Okay, you've been out several times filming. Okay, Western PA. Okay,
Yeah.
very cool. Tractor pulls for your tractor pulls. Yeah, that's cool. Because yeah, I'm up in Newcastle area, the area of Newcastle, Western Pennsylvania, and there's tractor pulls and so on during the county fairs. They're fun. Okay, Newcastle, Mercer, Greensburg. Yeah.
He also does the souped up ones too. Not just the
Oh,
antiques.
I know there's a guy. He has a video or a YouTube channel where he finds old abandoned machinery, and he'll buy it for a couple $100, and he'll get them started and run them and take them on his property. Now I
Oh,
think
what's that one's guy's channel?
there's a couple where they do it with old cars too, but I
Yeah.
watch those like Junkyard Digs and Vice Grip Garage. Uh, I love watching those. I fall asleep watching those. Okay, let's see here. I was sitting at a light heading up the big sky, and I see a bighorn sheep heading for your car. Oh crap, it is going to ram my rental. It licked the salt off the side of the Jeep. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Yeah, you never know about those things. We used to have sheep on our farm, and man, that ram that we had was nasty. Uh,
I'm kind of
lick the
glad I never
salt.
had
Yeah, I
sheep.
guess so. Take any advantage you could. Yeah, yeah, they're fun. I think every member of my family and almost every visitor got butted by the ram, except for me. I was always able to avoid them.
Did you ever have goats?
No, never had goats. I keep looking at them and thinking I'd like to get one, but then I think again, no, stupid, don't,
I got a
because
male pygmy you can have.
they're escape artists, aren't they?
He got out several times when I first got him.
Yeah,
But he loved my one neighbor's house for whatever reason.
yeah.
Every time he'd get out, Tommy called me, hey, he's in the yard. He would bypass everybody else's place and go there.
Yeah, they're funny. But yeah, I have a dog right now. I've got a border collie, and she's enough. Yeah, if I
I've
had it,
got this one right here.
okay.
That's my chocolate lab, and then my beagle is in his crate right now.
Oh,
He's not as well behaved.
yeah, my border collie. Yeah, she jumped up behind my chair. She's warming my back right now.
If I let that beagle out right now, who knows what he'll do.
Yeah. Yeah, Sinead, my border collie, she has had her own Bigfoot experience out in Ohio. I will occasionally take her camping with me. It just depends on the area. I won't take her into a dangerous area. Uh, she was traumatized pretty much by what she saw, because we were out at Salt Fork State Park, and we were at the campsite, and this was around midnight.
And where was this?
I had her up on about a 20 Salt Fork State Park in Ohio,
Okay.
and I had her on a 20-foot lead, and she had gone out to the edge of the bluff and squatted down. You know, she was going to pee. And as soon as she squatted down, she glanced down over the hill and just jumped up immediately and ran to me. Her ears laid back, her eyes were panicked, and her tail tucked. She was terrified. And there were a few other reports from right in that area before of Bigfoot being seen down over that hill, watching. Yeah, as soon as she did that, I took her off her lead and comforted her, and I put her in the truck where she'd be safe. And yeah, I haven't taken her back to Salt Fork. The other dog that I used to have, she was a border collie also, and she was traumatized by Bigfoot, coming around to the house all the time. It was harassing her and bullying her, and
That was your old one.
that was the old dog that I used to have at the old house, and that was the Bigfoot that I chased after with a golf club. Yep. He made me mad. You don't bully my dog. Nope. Mama Bear kicks in. Mama Bear
I
kicked
think if
in,
been my
and I
dog, I
chased
probably
after
picked
that
up something
SOB.
bigger in that golf club.
That was the only thing handy. I was just pissed, and I ran out the door, and that was the first thing that was there.
Back around the time I had
Yeah.
the encounter, I had a 300 Win Mag, and that probably would have been the only thing I had that I would have thought to grab.
Yeah. If there would have been a rifle or something there, yeah, I would have grabbed that. But no, it was a golf club that. Yeah, I would occasionally go out in the backyard and do some chip shots, but with a golf club, that's why it was there.
It's funny if you hit him with it.
Yeah, but I think not so funny. No.
You could have done an
Okay,
Uncle
you
Buck.
understand when I went
Hit
out
him with
there
the
to
golf
look
club.
at his head. Yeah. Huh, yeah. Oh, huh. Jerry says road trip. Oh, he wants to go to Salt Fork. Okay, Jerry wants to go to Salt Fork. I can tell you exactly where to camp. I can tell you the exact site.
He's got an
In
RV.
fact, really? Okay. Now you guys, are you going to come down to the Woodwalkers camp out?
We were
Meet and
talking
greet?
about it, but neither one of us can get away right now.
Aw,
I let the beagle out.
well, okay.
He
There you
kept
go.
whining. What do you want?
Okay, you shot the AR in the air. If he did not go next, okay.
Well,
It's a good thing that it's a good thing that he ran off, Garman.
I'd be concerned if it didn't run off.
Yeah, if you would have shot him, it would not have been good for you.
Because if he's using the 223, that's not big enough.
To be honest. Yeah, it's it wouldn't, it would be like shooting a bear with a 22. It's
I don't even
not
want to
good.
think about how big of a rifle you'd need.
Elephant, just about.
Yeah.
.556 Garmin. Yeah.
Yeah, 5.56 is not very big.
Yeah, 223 might just piss him
It's the
off.
same thing.
Yeah, you clean his teeth with that. That's about it.
Yeah, an
Okay,
elephant gun would probably be a better idea.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't,
You don't want to.
unless you are
Unless you have to.
in self-defense,
Yeah.
and that's last second, because
Yeah.
they will bluff charge, as you know, Jeff.
Yeah.
They'll bluff charge.
So I'm guessing that's what I had.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what that was. That was a bluff charge.
That's a hell of a bluff charge. You don't hear it.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
I still can't get over the fact I didn't hear anything in between the first vocals and the second time.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good night, Patty. I'm glad that you were able to stop by, and you're making stuffed peppers. Holy crap.
Oh my. She's doing that now?
Well, she's got company. I think her daughter's visiting, so, and
It's a late night for stuffed peppers.
Yeah, well, she's probably going to cook them all night. Put them in a slow cooker and cook them all night. They'll be good for tomorrow.
I love stuffed peppers.
I'm coming up tomorrow, Patty.
Yeah, I might have to drive into PA tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. I stayed up. He stayed down by his
Do
nest.
you ever tried stuffed mushrooms, Mary?
Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. They're good if they're done right.
Yeah. My friend and I used to stuff portobellos with deer meat.
Oh,
Turned out really
okay.
good.
Oh, you eat late, Patty. Oh my. You must be European or something.
This
That's what
sounds
they
like
do.
back in my party days. After all the beer, they'd be cooking
Yeah.
at midnight.
Yeah, all the midnight pizza, huh?
Yeah. Or a 3 a.m. pizza.
Yes. Well, enjoy your meal, Patty. Give your daughter a hug, and thanks for stopping by. I'm so glad you were able to stop by and listen. And let's see. Okay. Oh, let me think. Let me go back up here. All right. You had an agreement with them, Garman. Okay. Stay up. He stayed down by his nest. Well, as long as you just keep emphasizing the boundaries, and that's what you have to do. It depends on them if they will listen and respect the boundaries. And that's what it's about. If they don't respect the boundaries, then you have to step it up a notch to the next level. And that advice I won't give out publicly because
Yeah.
it's some people just go directly to that, and you can't just start out low, and because sometimes they will respect marking the territory. Uh, it just depends on them.
And they probably respect target practice too.
Yeah. Yep. Ooh, portobello with Italian sausage. Oh
Oh,
man,
that's
that
good
sounds
too.
good too. You guys, I swear, you guys, come on, stop it.
Now I'm gonna have to go eat after this.
Yeah, come on. I don't have any of that. I made some leftover pasta that I had in the freezer, and
Well, I ate pizza with my
my
kid, but
husband
I've
is.
got leftover barbecue chicken in the fridge.
Mm, yeah, my husband is eating up all the pepperoni rolls that I made yesterday. Yeah,
I was looking at that
yeah,
and
that
I'm
was
like,
yesterday. I
dear
made a
God, I'd eat
whole
all of that right
batch.
now.
Oh, they're good. I had one so far, and my husband's eaten half.
You already killed me with
Half the
the
tray.
cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, yeah. I'm eating half of those, so that's where my.
And I thought Spencer's cooking was
Oh,
bad.
oh, Diane. Okay. Oh, good night, Diane. I'm so glad that you were able to stop by too. It's good seeing you. Good talking with you. We'll see you in April down at the LBL. Have a good night.
And we need to do an East Coast thing.
And let's see. Yeah, I know. I know we do.
Have you figured
Kayla's
out
got
when
to
you're
go.
going to meet
Oh,
show
okay.
yet?
Not yet. Oh, Garmin, you have a good night too. Good talking with you. Yeah, with me show, I have to number one because they charge for
Yeah.
their dispersed motorized sites. I think it's about $10 a night or something like that now. It used to be free.
Now they have 10 sites too?
And funds are uh, regular campgrounds, but yeah, they're dispersed
Yeah.
motorized sites. I'm looking at those primarily because some of them are fairly large areas where you can get
Yeah.
a fairly good crowd in there. And and that's what I'm looking at. So I just need to get up the money, and there's a heck of a lot of uh, too many camping trips coming up, and boy, I tell you, I get 10 miles per gallon on that ProMaster on that van. Ooh, yep. East Coast, yeah. Well, we're gonna get something together here. Oh heck, where's my calendar? Let me look at my calendar for a second because sometime this summer, ending a end of April. That's when it is. April 27th, I think, through the 30th. I'm planning a camp out at heck, uh, trying to think. I always blank out on the name. Hold on, look at my calendar.
Well, because you had it on the page, but I can't remember what it was.
April. Ryerson Station. That's a state park in Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania. It's in Greene County, which is right along the PA, Ohio, West Virginia state line.
That might be when
And
I'm in
it is,
Allegheny.
okay, it is very active, primarily because there's a lot of gas wells around there. That's where I did the investigation with the truck driver nearby. And that's April 25th through the 28th. It's called Ryerson Station.
Yeah, I think I'll just be getting back from Western Maryland.
Okay. And yeah, there is activity in Misha, Jerry. There most definitely is. I've gotten so many reports, and I have yet to get in there. I'm hardly ever down in that area, and so it's yeah, you know, sometime this summer. Yeah, I'll get in there, and we'll get it. We'll get a camp out going for Micho State Park. Whenever I do, I'll make an announcement both in the group and here on the videos also. Jerry, are you a member of the group yet?
Oh,
Pennsylvania
no, he is
Project.
not.
We're on Facebook. Yeah, yeah, we'll get him in there if he isn't. Oh, okay. It's only about 1.5 hours away from you. Okay. Yeah, if I can't do one of the, uh, one of the dispersed motorized, campsites, then we'll get into, regular campground. But the problem with that is they book up all of them. They book fairly quickly, especially if they're right off, or near, the turnpike or a major highway. But we got to get in there. We got to get in there. And like I said, right now my funds are really low, and I just
I
have
know what you
to.
mean. I'm
Yeah,
not against throwing up a hammock somewhere.
yeah. Okay, Africa, stop AIDS. Okay, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Africa. We're for that. Africa, have you had any experience with Bigfoot? Yeah, tell us about your Bigfoot experience, Africa Stop HIV/AIDS virus. Tell us about your Bigfoot experiences.
Oh, here's the dog again. Larry, this is the one that I told you about. I've probably been running past Bigfoot chasing him.
Oh,
He's the purebred.
oh, okay. Now, does he, can he, has he signaled or done anything with Bigfoot whenever they were around, or you don't know?
I've only had him for 3 years,
Okay.
so most of the stuff I've had happen was before him. Now, Beretta over there, I've had her for 9 years.
Okay.
Last year, we were actually out looking for him when he was running around the back of the farm because I had a tracker on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was running around, I think, chasing deer. At least I think he was.
Mm-hmm.
And Beretta was in the truck with me. And normally when we're out in the woods, she doesn't get too aggressive or anything. But she was sitting in the truck, and I was out of the truck listening for him. And all of a sudden, she just started going ballistic.
Oh.
And that's not generally how she is.
Mm-hmm.
But she wasn't getting out of the truck.
Oh, wow. Now that's pretty telling.
Yeah.
Okay, Johnny. Good night. You take care also. Thank you for joining us. We're here every Wednesday evening at 7 Eastern. And hopefully next week you'll be able to join us. Let me get this in here real quick. For next week, our guest will be Glenn Barassa. He is our Eastern Pennsylvania State Director, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project, and he'll talk to us. He'll talk to us about his experiences and research. Yeah, thank you, Johnny. You have a good night. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure everyone knew what was going on for next week, and we're going to have a series into June, from now into June, of um, all of our leads for the chapters for Northwest Pennsylvania, Southwest Pennsylvania, Central, and Eastern Pennsylvania, all of our investigators and leads, and introduce them to you so you'll get to know them and talk to them, see what they're like, see their experience, and share some stories. And it should be fun. Let everyone get to know them. Oh, okay, Jerry. I'm glad that's good. But tell you what, it's 10:15, and boy, time has just been flying by. I had no idea that it was that late. Yeah, but I think that I should end it here also. And Jeff, thank you so much for joining us. You and your puppies, and they're so cute. And yeah, if anything else happens, please share it with us, and we'll get you on again. And hopefully, your friend Jerry, he can
Jerry
come
wants
in
to come on.
Well, Jerry, send me a message, and let's talk a little bit, and then we'll arrange getting you on here.
Yeah, Jerry and I've been talking about possibly doing our own channel.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to check out his videos also. Yeah,
Yep.
great. Okay, good night. And thank you so much, everyone.
Yep.
Whoever else is left on here, thank you for joining us. You all have a great night. God bless. And we'll just end it here, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
So,
Good night, everybody.
monkey wench out. Good night.
Good night.